Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to Well with Mika, where we talk real wellness for your real life. I'm Mika, your cultural wellness ally, here today to speak on why it can feel overwhelming to be quote unquote healthy and what we can do about it. So, one of my sister friends sent me a hilarious video, okay? To sum it up, it pretty much showed a dude excited to follow health advice. But as he started, for every piece of advice that said go right, there was the opposite advice to go left, leaving him confused, overwhelmed, and saying, F it, I'm done with this. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by doing this healthy lifestyle thing, know that you've got company, sis. And my hope is that by the end of this episode, you'll have a better understanding as to why you feel overwhelmed and that you walk away with clarity and tools to navigate the noise in these health and wellness streets. All right, let we go. So in no particular order, well, one and two are my top two, but in general, the list is in no particular order. Here's what's going on. Number one, we are info beasts. You know, we have carnivores, herbivores, and omnivores. Well, we have infovores. We're not just wanting information, we're craving it and simultaneously overwhelmed by it. It is infobesity, also known as information overload. There's no shortage of social media platforms, blogs, books, influences, studies, doctors on both sides of the argument, government guidelines, granny wisdom, and friends who know they know they know, ready to give you the advice that you need, quote unquote. And here's the thing. If you're looking for a particular idea, you'll find somebody to back it up. Whether you want to be keto, you want to be vegan, fasting, carnivore, gluten-free, juice cleansing, detoxing, whatever you're searching for, there's a convincing argument out there that you'll find, okay? So the result, you're frustrated and or you're just paralyzed and said, forget it, I'm done with this, I'm not doing it. It's like standing in front of 50 doors and not knowing which one to open. And let's be real, not all information is created equal. Some of it's good, some of it is biased, some sensationalized, and some just outright lies. So of course you're overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed saying it. Our brain ain't built for this shit. This puts us, yes, us, in a position of having to either take a step back and realize it's too much or go in ready with your critical thinking cap on. So that's the number one position you're in. Now, number two, you're not clear on your goals. Apparently, you didn't read my ebook or listen to episode 1. Keeping it real is not an option. Right for you, energizing, achievable, and lasting. Remember, good people, that everything ain't for everybody. You have longevity versus short-term weight loss versus long-term weight loss versus body recomposition versus weight gain, chronic disease management versus disease prevention. All of those will require different approaches for different people. You have to know which camp you fall in. And adjacent to this idea is that good advice is being dispensed at the population level. Every person has unique nutritional needs based on their age, their gender, genetics, health conditions, activity level, and preferences. Yes, there are basic principles that we all should follow, like eat mostly whole foods, move often, sleep well, and stay hydrated. I hope you understand. I mean water, not rum punch. That don't count as hydration, okay? So you have to remember those things. And some blanket statements that are made just may not apply to everybody, making it difficult to find that one-size-fits-all solution. When you're clear on your real goals and your why, it's easier to filter through the noise. Next, nutrition is science, not dogma. And science evolves. A good scientist knows that they don't have all the answers. When new evidence emerges, the old ideas should be replaced. We should embrace this. But here's the thing. As humans, we struggle to let go of those old ideas, especially when they're tied to our identity and ego. And then there's the media problem. Scientists and researchers, they may do some excellent work, but by the time it's distilled into a headline, nuance gets sacrificed for clicks. Scientists don't usually get trained on media communication, so the message can get misrepresented, okay, when it finally gets out. So before you change your entire diet because of a headline like coffee will save your life, ask yourself, where's the data coming from? What's the context? And does this apply to me? You might even need to go a little deeper if you mindfully decided that the information is necessary to your life, and find additional credible sources and original papers to verify the information. Okay, next we have capitalism and your choices. We also have to talk about capitalism. This isn't to bash the system, but to acknowledge it. The health and wellness industry is a business. People, they sell products and services to make a living, to survive. And sometimes that means convincing you that their way is the only way. Of course, that doesn't mean all products are bad, but it does mean you should approach every ad, post, or endorsement with a healthy dose of skepticism. They're selling you something, and it's your job to decide if it's worth buying, not just financially, but also emotionally and energetically. And let's be honest with ourselves for a second. Sometimes we look for the narrative we want to hear. If someone makes a case for eating rum cake with a pint of pistachio ice cream as a great source of protein, you might just bite. We've all done it to a degree. No shame, no shade, but, well, kind of some shade, but we need to be real with ourselves about what we're choosing and why. Next is emotional and cultural factors. Our relationship with food is so much more than nutrition. It's memory, it's connection, and identity. Every time we eat our auntie's recipe or drink mommy's sorrow, we're not just consuming calories, we're consuming stories, history, and love. I stand 10 toes down with you on not abandoning culture. These traditions aren't just meals, they're our legacy. However, if the traditions are slowly killing us or disconnecting us from our wellness, we can make some, strategic loving tweaks that keep both the spirit of the dish and ourselves alive. Maybe that means cooking healthier versions of a family recipe as your everyday go-to, and saving the super rich traditional preparation for significant holidays and celebrations. It's not about erasure, it's about evolution. So let's bring it all together. How do we move forward and choose wisely from this information buffet? Number one, be conscious and critical with your information consumption. Number two, be clear on your goals. Are you here for longevity, weight loss, energy? Write it down. Your goals are your compass. Focus on what's real for you, right for you, energizing, achievable, and lasting. Number three, respect your unique biology. Listen to your body. If something isn't working, it ain't working. It's okay, pivot. Number four, stay skeptical, not cynical. Question where the advice is coming from, but don't shut out everything. There's good information out there. Number five, let science be science. Be open to change as new evidence comes out. Transformation isn't about clinging to old ideas, it's about growth. And number six, keep your culture, savor your legacy, and adapt with love. Wellness and tradition can hold hands. Finding your healthy lifestyle sweet spot can be a challenge. By staying clear on your goals, questioning the noise, and focusing on progress over perfection, you can build a lifestyle that feels good and works for you. Remember, wellness isn't a sprint, it's a journey, and most importantly, it's yours to design. So until next time, take care of yourself, and as always, happy healthing. Peace.